Hello and welcome to the inaugural video of my series that I'm going to be doing where I take you along my backpacking trips this summer. I've got many of them planned. I'm going to be going on weekly trips in my area. So that is in Northern California, Tahoe National Forest, El Dorado National Forest. I'm planning on doing weekly training trips before I do a big 350 to 400 mile section of the Pacific Crest Trail through the Sierra in late July. So I've been thinking about doing these videos. I enjoy watching other people's videos of their hiking adventures and thought it would be a fun experiment for me to record some of what I'm noticing out on trail and how I'm feeling about it. And it'll be a lot of me talking about the landscapes that I'm going through, maybe a little geography, a little geology, maybe some plant stuff. I love botany and plants, and I love to give gratitude for the water and for the places that I'm at. So hopefully if you're interested in any of that kind of content, follow along and watch these videos. All right. Hi, Sharon here. I wanted to say hello and welcome to my first backpack trip of the year. I am heading to Talbot Campground in the Tahoe National Forest, I believe. It's in the American River drainage, I think near the Middle Fork American River, and I am going all the way to the end of Mosquito Ridge Road. And it's about almost a 2.5 hour drive from my house, but most of it's just on these windy back roads through beautiful, beautiful Sierra foothill canyons. So I'm on my way and will probably be at my camp spot a little after sunset. And I'll take you with me. Hello, good evening from my car camp. I'm in my cozy little back seat with my mattress. I've got a foam mattress topper that I use for car camping. It was just drizzling just a little bit as I was driving in, and it's probably in the low 50s out there. I can hear the sound of the Middle Fork American River. I believe that's what's close by. And I'm gonna relax for the night, maybe do some knitting and get up early in the morning. I still have to organize my food. I just grabbed a bunch of stuff, but I need to package it up and figure out how much I want to bring for my trip. This trip is mostly for me to figure out my gear and how I want to pack and what I want to bring for my future trips. This is the first of 6 weekly trips, so I think I've already mentioned that. And I'm so excited. And yeah, also to see how well my body's gonna do. I did a 50K race. Gosh, it's been 6 weeks since I did that. And in the month of May, I didn't do a ton of running. I did do my physical therapy and some strength work. And I did a whole bunch of gardening. I did all my garden work for my garden clients, and I also worked at my new community garden plot. So I still got lots of exercise movement in every single day, just not specific running or backpacking with a pack. So this will be a good test to see how my body handles it after my 50K and then totally not running much. So I'm just looking forward to this trip and being out in the mountains for a little bit. I just love how close this is to my house. This is only, it's a 2.5 hour drive, but it's only because it's windy roads. I barely had to drive on the highway. It was mostly just this beautiful, it was on Forest Hill Road and then Mosquito Ridge Road. Just glorious. Through the canyons, I saw a whole bunch of flowers blooming. The penstemon were blooming. A ton of the ceanothus are blooming up here. And gosh, all the other wildflowers. So yeah, really enjoying it so far. That was such a good drive. And yeah, here's to a good night's sleep tonight, and then I'll get ready to go on the trail tomorrow. Okay, good night. Good morning from my cozy nest in the back of my car. What is it? It's June 9th. It's 7:30 in the morning. I did not get up super early. It rained last night again, which I feel like is always a blessing this time of year in June. And it's just cozy out here. Talbot Campground, that's where I'm at. I need to get my food together for my trip, and then I'll start walking. This is the start of my hike. I'm going up into the Granite Chief Wilderness area. The elevation, I think we're maybe 5,500 feet, over 5,000 feet. I wanted to be above 5,000 feet because that's the magic elevation where poison oak stops existing. So I don't have to worry about that as much. And generally, I haven't noticed as many ticks up this high. So my goals are to have less poison oak and less ticks. And then, so the trail that I'm going up will be, I think it goes up the upper middle fork of the the American River drainage. And I'll head up towards the backside of Olympic Valley and then connect with the Pacific Crest Trail. It's outside, there's so many big trees, big conifers, and yeah, it feels so cozy this morning. I will probably change soon, but I'm grateful to have another coolish day today. All right, I'll take you with me on my day. Here is my food sorted. This is for day 1 and then day 2. I'll go over it a little bit. I have my whey protein powder, which will just give me a good amount of protein. I'm going to probably drink most of this before I leave, or maybe I'll put it in my bag for later. And I also have collagen. That's going to be for both days, just to make sure I get enough protein in my days. I'm trying to go between 40 and 60 carbs per hour while I'm moving, and I'm thinking for 18 miles, I'm guessing 7-8 hours or so. So that's how I'm kind of trying to figure out what food amount. This is my homemade carb mix. It's maltodextrin and fructose, and then I also add a little bit of citric acid, an organic strawberry flavor, and salt for electrolytes. So these are each 60 grams of carbs. So each of these would be an easy 1 hour, 2 hour. This is 45 grams of carbs, this Marathon bar. I haven't tried these yet. And so I'm going to say that's another hour. This is like 30 grams of carbs of pretzels. some meat sticks, not carbs, proteinish, and salty. And then I have several RX bars that have like 240 calories in them, which will be about an hour's worth. So I have about 8 hours. Oh, and then mango bites, and then one of these stroop waffles. I've got like a pack of different types of them that I got from the feed. They have like a sampler to try a bunch of the different types of waffles and things. And then I also have my energy chews, the Cliff Blocks are like gummies, and then my liquid IVs. This one has caffeine if I feel like I need a boost. I don't usually use caffeine, but I'll have some. And then mortal hydration, electrolyte pack, which has some calories in it. And then I have my little green gummies, so I get at least some vegetable in there, kind of. Definitely not health food, but here we are. And then for dinner, I'll have this beef pasta marinara. And then this is my pack of supplements. I have so many supplements. I have a fiber powder. I have, they're all for digestive health and joint health. So I have them separated by AM, PM, and then these powders, I drink one in the morning and then one in the evening, and I'll split it between the 2 days. So that'll hopefully keep my bowels moving well. Yeah, there is my food for the tester trip. We'll see if this is enough, too much, if I eat it all, if I don't eat it all. Yeah. And then, yeah, here's the campground. You can hear the creek over there. There's my car. That's where I slept last night. Back in my cozy space. Here's my pack. This is my old pack I've had for many years. I decorated the front of it. My friends helped me decorate it several years ago. I am getting a new pack soon, but not yet. The big trees I was talking about. All right, let's keep going. Farewell car. Farewell campsite. Got my new shoes on. I'm headed out. All right, I made it to the entry to the Granite Chief Wilderness. And I'm about to cross. I think that's Talbot Creek. Yay, here we go. Here's a beautiful patch of delphinium, monkshood, larkspur. I think it's a larkspur. Covered in drops of rain. My feet have been getting wet from all of the rain on the grasses, but that's okay. The smell out here is fantastic. The, what do they call it? Petrichor. And then these shrubs. I don't know if that's a ceanothus, but if it is, they have such a sweet scent to them. Here we have a buttercup. And lots of ferns and trees. It's a very big cedar. Here's the first snow plant I'm seeing right on trail. They are not totally parasitic. I think they have a symbiotic relationship with, I think, the mycorrhiza or the soil, but it is not a fungus. It is a plant that does not produce chlorophyll. It's a big, fresh, beautiful one. I'm starting the climb, and I'm in the trees. Nice big forest out here. It's a good view. Okay, can you see these flowers? Oh, that's bad zoom. But I think this is another snow plant, although those flowers look like orchids. The growth structure's different. I mean, they're still pinkish, don't produce chlorophyll, but they're a whole lot skinnier and more of a lighter pink color and have multiple stalks instead of just one. So I have to do some research and figure out what this is. These big cedars are just so impressive. I'm currently hiking very close to Middle Fork American River, upper reaches. They're big trees. Here's a nice side creek. I'll be crossing this. The sound of the water is just so soothing. I love it. So this is where I'm crossing the Middle Fork American River somewhere. I'm just scoping it out. There was another area for stock crossing and I just wanted to check up here. But it looks like I'll try back down there. I don't know if I don't think I want to go on that log. That looks a little scary. So, beautiful spot though. This waterfall. So good. Alright, I think this is my crossing spot. I already crossed over a little bit. I'm gonna try and go on those rocks. Success! I did the crossing. I have good balance, which is great. Alright, onward! I'm approaching what's called the Picayune Valley. Off to this side is Mildred Ridge, and I think Heaven's Gate is one of the areas up there. So beautiful. And then, yeah, I'm gonna make my way up that way up to the crest, and it eventually hooks in with the Pacific Crest Trail. All right, I'm back with my friends, the Sierra juniper. They love exposed, rocky areas, harsh areas, and they turn into these amazing, beautiful, gnarled trees. Sierra junipers, I love you. And I also love all the other trees too. I love everybody out here. Ponderosa, sugar pine, Douglas fir, subalpine fir, everybody. First aspens of the valley. And you might be able to see a pretty little waterflower off the cliffs up here. That was a muddy puzzle to get through, but I made my way and stepped on each of these sticks and used my hiking poles. They come in so clutch to balance and get through stuff like this. So feet are just mildly damp, but not sopping wet. And on we go. Doing a little break, elevating my feet, enjoying the views. And I'm also getting shade from this Sierra juniper. But it's quite beautiful. Mosquitoes aren't bad. Yeah, great spot. Can't see the waterfall from here, but it's pretty far. I think this is a band of quartzite. Quartz or quartzite. You can see the lighter color and then that rust color in the rock. I love the different rocks. So we're still in like a metamorphic rock type before the granite. It forms usually, or often, probably in this case, it formed at the edge of the Sierra Pluton, which was a big plume of magma under the surface of the ground, and the rock that it encountered on the edges gets melted and turned into metamorphic rock, such as this quartzite, which is very high in silica. All right, a geography lesson. So I think the peak up there, that is Granite Chief, namesake of Granite Chief Wilderness. And the trail that I'm coming back on, the Western States Trail, I think comes along that ridge line. And then drops back to the campground, Talbot Campground. So yeah, starting to get some views enough to see the lay of the land. All right, having a little snack break before I do this push. I'm at the top of the, I guess is it the head wall of the glacial valley? You can kind of see it through the trees there. But I've got, I think it's like, let's see, I'm almost to 7,000 feet. I guess it's only like a 600-700 foot climb in probably less than half a mile. So that is pretty steep, but I'm enjoying the day so far. I'm excited to get up on top and see what it's like up there. I've loved this valley, the Picayune Valley. 10 out of 10, would hike again, although I've got a lot of other places I want to hike. So all right, let's keep going. That's a cool waterfall. It's like disappearing in the mist spray. As it comes down, you can kind of see it there. But yeah, I'm doing the switchbacks, making it up somewhere up there. We'll come out to the edge. And I think all of this rock is extrusive volcanic. So came out onto the surface. It's a very different texture and it's not granite and has cool colors in it. Like you can kind of see there. Yeah. So, making the climb. The trails disappeared in this area, but I'm pretty sure I just keep going up on the up this slope that is not cliffy. And I do have my topo maps, my guided GPS that I can help to navigate with too, but trail's gone. It's been pretty faint. I don't think this is used that much. So, little adventure. I'm approaching the saddle. I made my way. I was off trail for a good chunk, but found the trail again, but probably was better I was off trail because the trail went through the trees and there's tons of blowdowns. But yeah, getting close to the top. So neat up here. Yeah, we're in this notch between those cliffs and the ridge and valley. All right, first views into the valley over. Yay, I made it. I came up from here. Beautiful. All right, so I've got my bearings a little bit. So that's the Alpine Meadows ski resort, the top up there on the other side, to the east. And then the Pacific Crest Trail runs along here and then drops down on the other side. So I'm headed that way. I'm gonna walk along this ridge, which will be cool. This hillside is just filled with balsam root, mule's ears. It's so cool. Hasn't quite started. Some of them are starting to bloom. Oh, I love seeing all the wildflowers out, living their lives, doing their things. Beautiful little creek crossing with the lush vegetation. Some cool buildings. This is a super tiny little building. I'm gonna sit over here. What's in here? Oh, is it an oven? Oh, cool. I think it's an oven. Wonder what they were making in there. And this building. Ooh, that's just dark. Very cool. I'm here at Whiskey Creek, getting some water with the hazel. It's all hazel. And hazel behind me. I'm hearing the bird sounds and watching the clouds move. I've made it to the Pacific Crest Trail. Came up from here, came up the Whiskey Creek Trail, and I'm gonna head this way over to the Five Lakes Basin, and from there I'll decide if I'm gonna go further or call it for the night. Well, it seems like somebody left a tennis ball out here on the trail. I guess I'll pick it up. I can use it to massage my feet. I wonder if it was someone's massage tool or a dog toy. But either way, I'll pick it up. I wanted to take a moment of appreciation for this Sierra juniper. It's growing right out of the rock. Looking so beautiful. The bark on this, it's so textured and papery. But here. Thank you for your shade and your backrest and all the ways that you interact with the ecosystem here and are so resilient. This is my junction where I leave the PCT and head up to the Five Lakes Basin. That way. Crossing this beautiful little creek. And I think I'm gonna take a little break here and make my dinner. Yeah, I might make my dinner here while there's water and fill up on water, because I think I'm gonna do a section that's up on the ridge, and I'm not sure the next time I'll have water before camp, so take advantage of this beautiful water right here and have some food. Made it over to Olympic Valley ski area. Big lifts up there, really cool volcanic rocks. And I'm gonna go up towards Washay Peak. Not sure if I'm gonna go over it or just under it. It's a choose your own adventure kind of a evening. But it's beautiful up here. I have the birdies. Yes, fully enjoying this. Let's go. First views of Lake Tahoe over there. Peeking through. Big climb right now. Big climb. Those lakes in the middle of the frame right now, those are the Five Lakes of the Five Lakes Basin. And then Lake Tahoe out in the distance. And then Olympic Valley. Down there, that's where the Western States 100-mile race starts, and then comes up these slopes, and then I'm going to connect with it and then go down. That will be my route down to the car, the Western States current trail. Oh, here's the Washay Peak. I'm going to skirt just below where the snow is. I think the sun is brightly in my eyes. I think this is the only snow patch, well, so far, that I've had to walk kind of on. I was actually able to step over it, so. But yeah, I'm in the ski area, navigating through all the roads to get back up over there. Whew, almost to the top. It was a steep climb, but the views are really good. Lake Tahoe, Mount Rose in the middle of the frame in the back there. Okay, last bit of the ascent. Whew. It has been steep. So beautiful though. That's the what's the wilderness area? Desolation Wilderness out there. And I came from that saddle all the way back up to here. Now I'm on the Western States Trail. This is the crest. And then I'll hit the PCT. And then it'll be pretty much mostly all downhill for the rest of my tomorrow. I have about an hour left of sun for the sunsets and be looking for a place to camp. I feel very accomplished. That was so fun. Okay, here we are. Made it. Oh well. It's so fun. Okay. There's a plaque Tahoe views. I'm heading over the ridgeline. Down, down, down. Nice to be back with the wildflowers and the single track trail. Okay, I found my camp spot. Tucked in this ridgeline. It's kind of protected from the wind. I have some water that I brought up with me, so should be good overnight. And yeah, look at these views. So cool. Home sweet home. All right, here's my home sweet home for the night. On this saddle. Great views. Oh, I'm ready for sleep. It was a really good day. I'm gonna do it again tomorrow. Good morning. It is the morning of my second day on my first backpack trip. And I just am packing up my stuff, checking out the view from around my camp. It was really cold last night, so I didn't spend a lot of time, and it was getting dark, so I didn't spend a lot of time looking around, but yeah, I can actually see, you can see Lake Tahoe again, right over there. And I'm feeling good. My body feels good. I'm not sore, which is great. Yeah, had a good sleep. Saw Venus and Jupiter together in the sky last night. They were conjunct. But I didn't stay up late enough to get a video of it where you could actually see them. It was still dusk. So I'm just going to continue packing up and then head out. Okay, I'm heading out. Just packed up camp, and gosh, it was a beautiful view. It was very cold last night, but the wind died down after sunset, which was great. I have to leave and try and find some water because I did bring water, but I need some more. So here we go, heading out. It's the high point. It's pretty much all downhill from here because yesterday was pretty much all uphill. All right. So this meadow area, this is all the headwaters of the Middle Fork American River, which I was walking up earlier or yesterday. So sending lots of love to all the water here. May it flow down and nourish so many people and animals and creatures. At the intersection between two iconic trails, the Pacific Crest Trail, which runs, 2,650 miles from Mexico to Canada. And then the Tavis Cup Trail, which is also the Western States Trail, which is only like 100-ish miles, but still. Yeah, and you can see the Desolation Wilderness over there, those snowy peaks. I came down from that ridgeline yesterday. And now I'm heading back into the Middle Fork American River drainage. Okay, so here's a map of the Granite Chief Wilderness, which I've been in. I started here at the Talbot trailhead, came up this trail, came off the Middle Fork into the Picayune Valley, Went up that steep section and then came back down here to Whiskey Creek. That's where those cabins were. Climbed up to the Five Lakes Basin and then I went through Squaw Valley a bit and then connected up here. And now I'm going to go back this direction and then go down this gravel road back to the campground. So much more to explore. Maybe I'll do some of those in the coming weeks. Walking down a little stream of beautiful water. And some great views. You can see the confluence of, I think that's, wow, Picayune Valley. And then off to the left is the main Middle Fork American River. But this is where they come together. And I think I'm about to start to go down real fast. Made it to this great lookout. So I was up there, and I've been coming across the top of this bluff. This is the Middle Fork American River drainage. Let's see if I can zoom in on the waterfall down there. Beautiful. You can hear it all the way from here. And then that is the Picayune Valley that I went up yesterday. So beautiful. All right, another instance where this trail is the stream. Make my way without getting my feet too wet and slipping. Ooh. There we go. Let's do a little plant physiology talk. Is that right? Botany talk. Anyway, see this buddy. It's dead at the top. It's a really big old one. So the top, for most plants, there's a thing called apical dominance, which is where the plant hormones go to want to always push and grow far at the tippy top of the plant. And since this tree, I'm guessing it might have been lightning that hit it, knocked back the very tippy top of the tree. Instead, its side shoots, its side branches are, those hormones are going up into the side branches. And so there's multiple smaller trees coming out of the side. So it's pretty cool to see how these plants continue to survive even after getting blasted by lightning. So, this is a nice view. So I went up this valley. That's the Picayune Valley. You can see the little saddle. That's the saddle I came up and over. And then walked along that ridge line. And then the backside of that. So neat to see all the places I've been on this little trip. You can see French Meadows Reservoir. Oh, look, a hawk. There you are, baby. So cool. Nice timing. Oh, that was great. All right, well, yeah, French Meadows Reservoir and the Picayune Valley. And those far peaks in the distance it's probably Dick's Peak or something over in the Desolation Wilderness. About to say goodbye to these views once I descend, but enjoying them for now. Look, it's a snow patch that I actually get to walk on briefly. Alright, I started the big descent down, but it's not crazy yet. I almost missed this junction. I walked another quarter mile and then thought to look at my map and saw that I had walked past it. I'm going up Talbot Creek. I'm leaving the Tevis Cup / Western States Trail now. We'll see what the trail conditions are like. Let's go. Bye-bye, Western States. It's a little ethereal carpet of fuchsia colored flowers on this exposed volcanic dirt. I think this is all extrusive volcanic, meaning it exploded out onto the surface and then cooled on the surface. And it's probably a bunch of rhyolite, meaning it has a higher content of silica in it, so it makes it less likely to flow, more likely to explode, and it cools more quickly. And it comes in all sorts of cool colors. But there's also so many good flowers out here. Yeah, you can see back there. That's all the volcanic rhyolite. You can see more of the contrast of the different types of rhyolite, that more reddish one, to this lighter colored stuff and almost blue-gray. So many good flowers out here. Some calichortus and things in the, biscuit root over there. Pussy toes. Really neat section. I think this was an old road that this trail is on. And even though we were in the wilderness area and there shouldn't be any tire tracks, I do see some motorcycle tracks. So, yeah, look. How cool. Made it down to Talbot Creek. I'm gonna fill up some water here. And then it's I don't know, maybe a couple miles back to my car. All right, I'm ceremoniously leaving the wilderness area. It's probably why people drive, because there's barely any signs. It's been a little bit of a obstacle course trying to figure out where the trail is, but now I'm to a road, so hopefully it'll be a little easier now. Yeah, there's the end of the road. Go this way. Alright, I'm back. Talbot Campground. Did my loop successfully. Back to the car. What an amazing trip. Hey! So I thought I would just give a little wrap up of the trip while I'm on my way home. It's a long drive. It's like a 2.5 hour drive, but it's gorgeous. So I'm excited for it. Yeah, so I ended up not hiking as far as I initially thought I might, which I'm totally happy with. This was a tester trip to test out my gear and see how my body would react after not really doing a lot of running or backpacking for the last 6 weeks or so. So my body felt good, held up great, and yeah, I realize I like to take a lot of breaks. I like breaks and to be able to look at things and have snacks and look at plants and all kinds of stuff. So that definitely slows me down, and I don't think I want to change that. I think I want to keep being able to feel free to hike how I want to hike and not push it just to try and get a bunch of extra miles. Yeah, it's an interesting thing, like going out, like what our intentions are and what my intentions are. My intentions are to really immerse myself out in nature, out in the backcountry, out wherever I'm at, noticing details, noticing my body and how I'm feeling, and just being as present as possible. And so, you know, like trying to go fast or to go long distance, that's great. And I do enjoy hiking a long time. Like, I don't mind hiking until 30 minutes before sunset. I'm not necessarily an early riser though, so I'm fine hiking 8 or 9 or 10, 11 hours, 12 hours, with having whatever breaks that I want to have. So yeah, that's kind of the style that I want to be able to hike with, and not feeling or putting any arbitrary pressure on myself to keep going fast or to, you know, cut my break short. I don't think that's the style that I want to do with my hiking. Some other notes, gear notes. I think I might try and get a larger, wider sleeping pad. Because when I sleep on my back, I just wish my arms wouldn't fall off the side of my pad. I've liked it well enough, but I think there's a different one that is a little bit wider that can accommodate my wide arms. I have a big Agnes, what is it, Rapide SL pad that I've had the last, gosh, 4 years. It's done me great. But I think I'm ready to get a little bit more comfortable while I'm sleeping. So that was one thing I noted. I'm excited to get my new pack. I did do a little bit of jogging at the very end when I was on the dirt gravel roads, and just the jostling of my pack was not my favorite. And also my water bottle doesn't fit the best in there. Yeah, and I'm excited to have all the front vest pockets in the front so that I can have quick and easy access and don't have to wear a fanny pack. So yeah, those are mostly the notes on my gear. Hello. This is Sharon from the future. I just wanted to wrap up this video by saying thanks for watching my very first YouTube video for my hiking adventures. And I should hopefully be posting more of these for all of my weekly trips that I'm going to be doing. And let me know what you liked, if you want more info about what I'm seeing or where I'm going, or plant stuff, or more of just me still walking and figuring out and exploring different ways of filming. It's a whole new realm, learning to film videos of things. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you thought, and subscribe to the channel, I guess, if you want more of this info or more of this content. So thanks, you guys. I'll see you later.